Alright, it's going to be Paris versus Resorts World. Yes, indeed, we do have $450 free slot play. Worth pulling over for sure.
Jackpot whispers and roulette wheel spin. In the city of sin, can't tell where I begin. Dealers gaze sharp, table feels alive. Every bet I place keeps the thrill in drive. Torching with TJ, stacking my dreams. Vegas heat rising, nothing's what it seems. Chasing that river, life on the edge. Every chip I push, I'm making my pledge.
Hey everybody, it's been a while. What have I been up to? Where have I been? Well, after I busted the main event, I was still a little sick. Took a couple days off, and then by the time I was healthy, we were in the thick of it with the main, so I decided to pass on playing any other tournaments and just work with Poker.org instead. We covered the main event as well as a lot of the other side events, and just was very busy with them, and they were very gracious with me, allowing me to play so much this summer around my work responsibilities. So felt like the right decision, and I don't regret it. We ended the summer on a high note, despite being sick, cashing the main event. But yeah, I didn't want to just end it without saying goodbye. Congrats to Michael Mizrachi. Obviously, a performance in poker that will never be repeated. It was one of those things that will stand likely forever. Winning the PPC and the main event in the same year, absolutely astounding. It's my last night in town. I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm heading down to the Strip because I have a bunch of random vouchers and tickets to turn in that just collected throughout the summer, and I totaled them all up, and it was worth making a drive down to the Strip. So I'm gonna turn those in, cash them out, maybe play a game or two before, you know, close out the summer with a couple fun things maybe. And then we do have to talk about what we're gonna do from here, huh? I got some ideas, I got some thoughts. But tonight, go down to the Strip, maybe have a drink or two, close out the summer with a couple fun games using all this found money I just discovered. It's not that much. Tomorrow I'm driving home. Maybe I'll film some stuff on the way home, have an adventure or two, and we'll use that time to talk about what we're gonna do. Spoiler alert. I think we're gonna keep making videos. We'll talk more tomorrow. Back at the Horseshoe one last time this summer. Been here almost 2 months, 7 weeks. Got here May 27th, July 17th. Walked down these stairs more times than I can count. Feels weird to be back here and not playing a tournament. All the poker players are gone. Garage is relatively empty. One more time we go. Severe lack of backpacks right now. I haven't seen a backpack yet. Alright, it's going to be Paris versus Resorts World. We're going to play the same machine at both places, Dragon Link, and see where we win more money. Here, we're going to play the Autumn Moon version. We're going to do $500 here, $500 there, 10 spins in both. See, Paris or Resorts World, which one makes us more money? Alright, there we go. Old familiar Dragon Link, in for just over 500. We're going to do 10 spins, no matter what happens. 10 spins, $50 spins, not $250. Here we go. See if we can hit a bonus on our way out of Las Vegas. Nothing so far. One more. Oh. 3 moons? Oh no. No, thank you. Last spin. Well, let's go ahead and spin the dragon. Oh wow, we won it with $12.50. Is that the one? $10, 20% chance. Not there. All right, Paris is a big 0. All right, well, Paris is a big fat brick. One last shot over at Resorts World before we call it officially a summer. one final reminder that this escalator business might be profitable. Both the up and the down on the way out of Horseshoe broken. So if I retire from gambling because of the tax implications in 2026, move to Vegas, open up a escalator repair business. Boom, print. A lot was made of the Paris Horseshoe parking garage gates this summer, as it is every single summer. I have a 7 stars card. I get free parking. Going in, I can usually get it to work within 1 to 3 swipes, and it lets me in. And going in is not a big deal, because if you can't get it to work for some reason, you just push the ticket, you take your ticket, and then you get out for free anyway. But sometimes when you enter in and you swipe your card, it reads your card and your license plate, and then when you leave, it just lets you out automatically. When that doesn't happen, which that happens about 5-10% of the time, I've been here since May 27th, right? 7 weeks at the Horseshoe almost every day. Not once, not a single time did swiping my 7 stars card let me out of the parking garage. Didn't matter if I went down to the bottom floor or out the secret 3rd floor parking garage. Either way, never worked. Not once. Didn't work once last summer. Didn't work once the summer before. Their system is broken. It will not scan your card. One option you do have is to take the ticket, go inside, try to pay for your parking, and then scan your 7 stars card inside. Also doesn't work for me. I've got multiple cards, brand new cards, old cards, doesn't matter. Endlessly frustrating. The line, obviously super annoying, but that's the reason the line exists, because you cannot scan the card to get out. Absolutely atrocious. Literally, you have one job at the parking garage, and that's to let people in and out in as seamless a way as possible. They don't care. Now, people like tagging WSOP and Jack F will be like, fix the parking garage, oblivious. They have nothing to do with it. Paris and Horseshoe, they're the ones who are responsible. They don't care either, obviously. Actions speak louder than anything else. This has been the case for multiple years. So we're heading to Resorts World. Resorts World's parking garage works excellent. And right now, free parking for everybody, no matter what. So we're going to go park at Resorts World. A seamless in and out experience. And hopefully actually make some money. Yeah, let's hit a jackpot right before we leave. How about that? I like that idea. Back in there. Here we go. Anything. What is happening? Bricks, bricks, bricks. Wow. Alright, well, that's the way slots usually work, despite how this year has gone for us. So glad we made the trip down to the Strip. On the way back to the Airbnb, almost all packed up. Gotta take the trash out, gotta clean up after Blaze a little bit, shocker. And then we're taking off. It's about a 13-hour drive to where we're heading, back home. Trying to decide if I want to set the alarm bright and early, get home at a reasonable time, or just sleep until I wake up and then see what happens. Leaning option B. Leaning wake up when I wake up and then take off and hit the road. We'll see. I'm the last one at the Airbnb. Everyone else left. Everyone else left me. Blaze and Peggy took off to Argentina or wherever the fuck. Jeff went home to Southeast USA. Mo took off to New York City. Frankie's back in the UK, I guess. We had a lot of people in and out of that Airbnb this summer. It was a good time. Who knows what might happen. This might be the last year that we all shack up together. Blaze has already said that he's probably not going to play the WSOP next summer. I don't know if I will. Taxes being a big deciding factor. We'll see. In the meantime, let's call it a night. Clean out the fridge, hit the road tomorrow morning. We'll see you then. Halfway home in California, driving up the 15, a couple of 100 miles outside of Sacramento. I also got started a little later than desired, so probably gonna make it home around midnight tonight. First portion of the trip, I drove 5 straight hours before stopping. Kind of what I do. I try to just only stop when I absolutely have to get gas.
But I gotta go. What am I supposed to do? Well, what? Whiz in one of the empty beer bottles in the back.
So usually takes 2 fill-ups and then I'm home. Long days though. Well, listen to music on the way home. Spotify, for those Spotify users out there, I have a question. But first, here's what I listened to. I started with some Spanish pop. I listened to Sin Bandera and Rake, 2 of the first bands I listened to when I was trying to learn Spanish. Still have a close spot in my heart, and I still remember all the words. And then I listened to Audio Slave, change it up quite a bit, get the energy up. And then, here's my question. I listened to the Discover Weekly playlist, which is like a curated playlist that you get every week of 25 or 30 new songs. My question is, how many of those songs for the Spotify users do you actually like? How many make it onto your liked songs playlist or any other playlist? In my experience, it's rare to get one. It's like Spotify, do you even know me at all? Today I got 1, and that's typically the number. I don't get it. I don't understand. You know everything I always listen to, and you can't curate me. And maybe that's just me. Maybe it's like I usually listen to songs I already know and I have a history with and have memories attached to them. It's really hard, especially the older I get, to embrace newer songs and incorporate them into my regularly played songs. Say what that says about me, I don't know. Yeah, what about you? How many new songs make it into your Spotify, or into your regular listening habits from something like that, a curated playlist? And then finish it up with some Stuff You Should Know podcast. Love that podcast. Hour-long episodes about random subjects that you maybe never knew that you wanted to know. That's kind of the concept of the show. And this one was on Anacondas. An hour about Anacondas. I grew up, my first experience with Anacondas, as most people around my age, was the Ice Cube, J-Lo, Owen Wilson movie. And basically everything about that movie is a lie. It's obviously extremely exaggerated, but very cool. Anacondas don't really mess with humans. Very, very rarely is that the case. So, yeah, you're good. I probably wouldn't swim around in the Amazon River with one or anything like that, but yeah, that was cool. Anyway, that's how I spent the first 5 hours of my solo road trip driving up the coast, or not the coast, driving up California. Leaving Vegas always feels, well, it definitely feels different than going to Vegas because it's over. You know, your results are final. When you're going to Vegas for the start of the World Series of Poker, there's all sorts of dreams and visions about, you know, what might happen. You know, everything's a possibility. You could win a bracelet, you could lose every single buy-in, you don't know, and those endless possibilities equal excitement and nervousness. Now that it's over, you know exactly what happened, and the story has been written. For me, it was fairly lackluster, but not disastrous. Had almost broke even in poker for the amount of volume that I played. For all intents and purposes, I did, which is better than most. You know, most people lose money. Even if you're a good player, most people lose money at the WSOP. To finish it off with the cash at the main event is always a highlight. Busted on the same day that I busted last year, hoping for a decent run, but to turn 10,000 into 20,000 is always an accomplishment, and you know, forever will be cemented in my resume as a poker player. I got 8 hours left of driving, something like that, 7 hours, so I could talk for a while, but you don't want to hear that. Oh, look at that sky. Wow, that's beautiful. Driving through some storms, but we had to get gas anyway. We got off. We happened to get off in Rohnert Park, which is the home of the Graton Casino. Pretty sure, they send me mailers every fucking day. Pretty sure we have some free play to use here. So we thought, why not take a little 10-minute detour, hop off, see what kind of free play, do 3 or 4 free spins, get some gas, get back on the road. So let's pop in Graton. Yes, indeed, we do have $450 free slot play. Worth pulling over for sure. I really like this casino. It's in the Bay, just north of the Bay Area, and both the WSOP circuit and Run Good come here. They've invested heavily into the tournament poker scene in the last few years. Don't really play cash here. Don't know how the games are, but a lot of people think the games are pretty good, especially when the series are in town. And this is, I believe, the closest major tour stop to me. So I come here for almost all the circuit and the Run Good stops. It's about 4 hours from home. Today, we're going to get in and out really quickly because we got to get home. As I was driving, my ETA was around midnight. However long this takes, it's going to set me back. Hopefully, it's a good, 15, 20 minutes since they are going to have to pay out a jackpot. But we're going to the high limit room, doing 9 $50 spins so that we can get on our way. So we found a Buffalo Lake machine. We're going to play 9 $50 spins using our free play, and then GTFO, but hopefully we hit something. Well, that wasn't great. We took our $450 free play, we turned it into 0. You never know until you play. But we also needed to get off the road for a few minutes just to wake up, basically. And we're gonna grab a quick bite to eat since we're in here, and then get back on the road and get home. All right, well, no magic last minute pull off jackpot, but we did get food. We did get food and coffee and gas. Mission accomplished. Home stretch. No more stops between now and my bed, which I haven't been in 2 months. Oh, cannot wait. The worst part about this last stretch is that I lose signal, and so I can't stream music. I have a few downloaded playlists, to get me through. But, you can't just at a whim, I want to hear this song and then play it. That's the worst. Also getting into a car accident or something and not being able to call anybody, that would suck too. But assuming that doesn't happen, not being able to stream music, it's so debilitating. I guess I'll survive. Also, these last 2 days, the 10 spins at Resorts World, 10 spins at Paris, and then these 9 or 10 spins here at Graton, that's how slots usually go. Despite me having some big hits this summer that actually helped with the total balance at the end, that's not how you win at the casino. That is how you lose at the casino over the long term. And this is an example of what usually happens. Brick, 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 brick. Nothing close to a jackpot. Nothing close to a big win. Lose, lose, lose. So, if you're thinking, TJ, made money in slots, don't do it. No. Do it for fun. Don't do it to beat the casino. I promise you. You will regret it. So, one thing I'm really big on, despite calling this Torching with TJ and showing all levels of degeneracy throughout the summer, is responsible gambling and knowing why you're gambling and knowing kind of the expected return on investment in the form of gambling that you choose. You can do it for entertainment, you can do it to try to make money, you can do it for both, but sitting there tapping the slot machine button is not the way to make money. Words to the wise. There are, like we've talked about, plus EV slot machines and ways that you can game the system, but it's not just walking up to a random one and clicking the button. So don't expect to make money long term doing what I've shown you on this channel all summer long. Mostly for entertainment purposes. And, you know, poker is the way. If you want to responsibly dedicate yourself towards studying something that you can become profitable in, that's the way that I've made my money gambling. Hopefully, that will continue to be the case. This summer, I made money in slots and not in poker, but 7 weeks, nowhere near a big enough sample size to indicate the expected return on either of those two pursuits. So, all right, I'm gonna shut this down. Getting dark. Final few hours of driving. See you at the house. Post WSOP, the hangover is real, but I'm home and recovering probably 90% of the way there now. Been long days with work, a lot to do. Post WSOP, we got the circuit going, got BetMGM events up at Borgata going, so been busy, but I'm home and I'm relaxed and playing with the dog. Hey dogs, Lucy and Charlie. Hey buddy. Good boy. And Lucy. That's the cat right there. Very good cat. Hi buddy. Doing what cats do. Salem. Good kitten. Good boy. I want to take a minute and once again say thank you for everyone who followed along all summer long and was telling me that, you know, whether it be online or in person, how much they enjoyed watching it meant a lot. And I had really enjoyed putting it together. Question is, what do we do now? Is it over? I've said many times, I hope not. I think here's the plan. Here's what we want to do. We're going to take the show on the road and do Torching with TJ in various cities. Play various tournaments and kind of show you the casino and the city and the people that are there and get some poker hands in, hopefully make some deep runs, win some rings and titles and money and all that sort of thing. Maybe, you know, keep up some sports and slots every once in a while, but mostly poker on these traveling tours. It probably won't be daily anymore. There's just not enough content. And I want the quality to be good if we're going to, you know, release it less frequently. So maybe, like, go play a Run Good series and then showcase the casino, talk about the biggest hands, hopefully make a deep run and showcase that. Rest of the year, I'm actually looking at a lot of European stuff. So I'm top 30 on the PokerStars leaderboard despite missing 2 of the entire festivals over the course of the summer. Thinking about chasing that. So Barcelona, Manchester, Cannes, Prague. I might hit all of those, take you guys along for the ride. How's that sound? But I think the next stop I'm going to go to is Thunder Valley in the Sacramento, California area. It's 5 hours from me, which is relatively close compared to most places. And go play the main event down at Run Good. This one's special to me because I won this event last year for just over $190,000. Very tough and fun final table. $2,500 entry. I'm going to go back. Got to defend the title. I have no choice. It just has to happen. After that, I think Barcelona in August will be the next stop. So maybe we'll just do like at least one video from every stop. We make a deep run. Maybe we'll stretch it out. Maybe do more. What do you guys want? What do you want to see? Because this is for you. And if you're not watching, then I'm just talking to myself. And, you know, I don't need to be called crazy yet. What do you want to see? Do you want, you know, daily vlogs? Do you want weekly vlogs? Is it just kind of intermittent when something fun happens? Do you want a day in the life of these traveling tournament players? Do you want more slots? Do you want more sports? Do you want more life? Do you want dogs? Do you want music? Talk to me.
Talk to me, Goose.
In there, for Christ's sake! Ice is in trouble. He's got no cover.
Drop it in the comments. One important thing, I am going to be selling action for these series so that not only can you follow along in the video, but you get a fun sweat as well. So I'm going to drop links to both my Poker Stake and Stake Kings profiles down below. And for any series that I'm going to showcase on the vlog, I'm going to be selling action for it as well. Let me know where you prefer to buy action. Some people buy from me directly, which is cool if we trust each other, but if you'd rather use Poker Stake or Stake King, so let me know. Good thing about Poker Stake is they don't charge any markup at all. Stake Kings is a small amount. Either me or you have to pay it, but I've got good friends that work with them as well, so I like using both. Let me know where you prefer to buy action. If you prefer to buy from me directly, shoot me a message. What else? Oh, so you know when I'm going to be dropping stuff or what I'm up to in between, since I'm not doing daily vlogs. Follow me on my socials, please. We do stuff on Twitter, TJ Reed Poker, and then on Instagram, TJReed1. So between YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, you should be in the know. Yeah, and I like to support other content creators too. So if you're somebody out there who's making vlogs and trying to get things started, let's follow each other. Let's collaborate. Let's do stuff. I know this hasn't been like the most exciting, adrenaline-packed episode to close things out, but let's put a bow on it, make it official. This was our summer. Numbers are going to pop up here in a minute. I'd say overall, we basically broke even in terms of how much we played. You'll be hearing from me. Anyway, thanks a lot. Love you all. I'm going to go play with the dogs and drink a beer.